Hey Sapiens, today we're going to talk about meditation and why it's so hard to keep meditation as a habit. First of all, I suck at meditation. Not only am I bad at actually meditating, but I'm pretty bad at the consistency too. I didn't really struggle with other habits like this where I would kind of just like completely forget about it in a day, or I could go a week without doing it and not remember. It's been really tough to keep up that habit consistently. I tried a ton of different tactics to try to keep the habit going, and I am still doing it after all this time. So, I've tried a ton of things. I hope something helps you. When discussing meditation as a habit, I want to start with habits in general first. There's something called the habit loop, and you might have seen this or seen it in with 3 parts instead of 4. I kind of like the 4-part one. I think it's more complete, but this is the habit loop. People have studied habits and they've tried to break down what's happening in our habits as much as they can. So let's break it down. What is a habit? A habit is any activity or thing you repeatedly do. So it starts with the cue. The cue is typically something from the environment. It's something you see or you feel, and that triggers an activation pattern in you that leads to a routine. So the routine, the actual habit part of this, is only one small part. It's a fourth of what you're doing. First you need the cue to get you into the routine, and once you've gotten into the routine, once you're doing what you're actually doing, then it's usually easy to just play that out and stick with it. The hard part's over. So after the routine, in general, to form a habit, it needs to be rewarding in some way. So you need a reward to actually rewire your brain. And then you have the beliefs about that habit. Is it a good thing for you, a bad thing for you? Should you keep doing it, etc., etc.? With these 4 elements, we do kind of see how habits start to fall in place. So let me ask you about your YouTube habit. When do you go on YouTube? When do you watch videos? I guess, can you identify a cue? What do you see? Is there something in your environment? Is there something you feel? Of course there are notifications. I hope you're subscribed to me and hit that bell. But is there a cue in your environment? If you're subscribed to me with the bell notifications, which you absolutely should, then the cue would be the notification you get on your phone or your computer when there's a new video. After that, you repeat the routine, which is you go, you watch the video. Hopefully the video is engaging and interesting, so you get a reward. And then you have your beliefs about that video. That can start, though, a YouTube habit loop, where you get a cue, which is an interesting thumbnail, and then you get the routine, which is watching the video, and then you get a reward, which is about something cool and interesting in the video, and then you have your belief about that, if you have time to believe anything at all, really. But anyways, so that's YouTube as a habit. So why is meditation so hard to keep as a habit? Well, I think that in many ways meditation is the opposite of our modern lives. It's the opposite of everything around us in our environment. Meditation, put simply in 3 words, I would say it's something about silence, emptiness, and space. Now, silence, emptiness, space is the opposite of our phones, which most of us are attached to all the time. Our phones are noisy, full of information, and the space is about a hand-sized screen, and that's your whole world when you're fully absorbed in it. And our phones, they work on this habit loop quite a bit. You get notifications, you get sounds, it's always in your pocket, you get vibrations. These are all cues, right? And then your routine is to pull out your phone, check your notifications, do whatever. You often get rewarded in some way, and you have your beliefs about your phone and being connected and up to date. Your phone is like a very powerful habit loop. Now, what about meditation as a habit loop? Because when do you see a cue to meditate? When are you looking in your environment and you're like, okay, now's the right time to meditate? I hope you have that. Not many people have that. Okay, so My camera died while I was uploading this video, and one of my videos got corrupted, so I have to do this again. But it's going to be better the second time. So I want to talk to you about increasing the cue. So the first part of the habit loop and meditating more often is you want to increase the cues. You want to increase the stimuli in your environment that tells you and reminds you, meditate, meditate. Now, the technique that's helped me the most with many habits is called habit stacking, which is you take a habit which you're already used to doing, maybe some morning activity, and then you stack another habit on top of it, which is, in this case, meditation. So there's already something you do very often, and now we just want to stack something on top of it. This way, it can be a very smooth transition into your life if you meditate before or after some habit that you're already doing often. The second part of the habit loop is the routine. So what you're actually doing. Something that's helped me with pretty much all of my habits is if I can start to do the habit in a small way every day, and that way there's no pushing it to tomorrow because it needs to be done today, then it really helps. So what I would say about meditation is something that you can do it every day. It's really difficult to meditate too much. If you start building meditation into your life as a daily practice, then if you miss a day, then make sure that you put all of your energy into the next day, you get right back into meditation. And once you make meditation a more daily practice, then you'll slowly start naturally to change your environment to suit meditation. It's something you do every day. Now, one of the most important parts of habit making is the reward, and this is a big part of why I wanted to talk about meditation and our modern lives. So with our environment the way it is right now, we often have very powerful rewards. They are super stimulating. Meditation, it's not really about a rush. It's not something you do and then you're hit with dopamine. A lot of our technology today, it's super stimulating, super rewarding, and by comparison, meditation is not that rewarding. I don't mean to say that meditation doesn't have a huge number of benefits, it definitely does, or that it's not actually rewarding. It is. I mean, for me, just a high stress person, meditation takes me from medium stress to low stress, so it's hard to finish meditation and get that strong sense of completion. I think the most important step though is increasing your reward from meditation, especially at the beginning when you're struggling to make this more of a habit. One way to increase the reward you get from meditation is to take a moment, just a minute, after you're done meditating, think about how you were feeling before you meditated and think about how you're feeling now. See if there's really a difference. And I think that you'll find that you're a bit more calm, maybe a bit more clear. Sit with those feelings for a moment to recognize that meditation is a good thing for you, something you should be repeating. But to get the best of both worlds, you would also want to use an artificial reward. So maybe do something that you don't normally do, or indulge yourself a little bit. Have a piece of chocolate or do something else that you really enjoy doing for the sake of it. Another key part of habits is your belief. And so what are your beliefs about meditation? If you find it difficult to see meditation as a positive or something that's very effective, then I would say you should learn more about meditation, study more techniques, see the results of what people have done, listen to people who've meditated for a very long time, or see their benefits. I would tell you, for whatever my experience is worth, that I think it's very important. I think almost everyone should be meditating, and it would solve many of our problems. Once you know what meditation can do for you or is doing for you, you know it's a good thing. It's important to remember why you started meditating, why you should still meditate. Does it make you more calm, more accepting? Does it make you a better person for your loved ones? Do you have more patience? So remember why. So a good way of making a habit stick every day, or doing any task really, is you want to say, I will habit at time in location. Another good tip from Atomic Habits on how to stay consistent with your habits is to affirm I will habit at time in location. So it's habit, time, location. We know what our habit is, it's meditation. So I will meditate at time in location. Try to complete that sentence now, and we could do it for today even. I will meditate at time and location. So for me, an example might be, I will meditate on Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. on my cushion in my room. I really hope that this video has helped you out at least a little bit. I hope you still meditate. Doesn't matter if, in a couple months you realized, oh, I totally forgot about meditation. Just give it another shot. Try again. But thanks, Sapiens.